Together. Okay, so remember, the key is starting with the upstroke. So if we're going to do a major triad right here, we're going to start with the upstroke, and then we're going to go down, 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 up, down, and then backwards, up, 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 down. Okay, so that was the major triad shape. Okay, and that was off of pattern 4. Okay, when we do the major triad shape off of pattern 2, what we do is this one right here. We go up, down, 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 up, down, and then up, 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 down. Okay, just like the minor shapes that we did in that same position. Okay, and then finally the major shape would be, because it's only one string, or one note on the string, we start with the downstroke again. So it's down, 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 up, down, up, 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 down. So. Okay, so now what you want to start doing is making music with them and trying to put them in progressions and other songs that we've kind of been studying. So you don't want to just do one thing all the time. You don't want to just play arpeggios all the time, and you don't want to just run up scales either. So let's take a look at a progression that we've covered before. If you look behind me, you'll see a progression that we've used before, and it's perfect for our practice purposes today because it involves basically minor and major chords, right? This was the progression that we talked about one day when I was explaining the concept of major and minor, relative minor and relative major, okay? So this song starts in A minor, and then on the B section, you might call that the chorus, we move to C major, which is essentially the same key. It's just the brighter version of A minor. It's the major key that A minor exists in. Okay? So let's listen to this again so we can recognize what it sounds like. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4. Remember this one? Fourth inning. Okay, so you no doubt recognize that, but don't you think that's going to be perfect for our practice combining major and minor arpeggios together? Why don't we try to do that now? Okay, and also, not only will we combine our major and minor arpeggios together, I want to also combine just the scales that we've been working on too, because that's really how you're going to do it anyway. You're going to make music utilizing all these different techniques and skills. So let's just see how that would work. Let's just decide where we're going to do what, just so we can make it kind of a goal. Let's say that we're going to play the minor triad arpeggios on the minor chords at the beginning of the progression, okay? And then on the major part of the progression, why don't we just go play the major scale just as a melodic device, just to use a little variation. We'll just play more of the major scale sound rather than using any of the triad sounds, okay? And just that way we'll have a little contrast around the melody that we're playing. Okay, so let's see how that would sound if we play the triads on the more or less at the beginning, and then we use the scale on the B section. Okay, so let's see what that would feel like. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. can see I was actually including a little bit more of the positions of the triads and kind of playing in higher neck, part of the neck, and also adding some notes. Even within the triad, sometimes I would add a 7th degree in there because I just thought it would sound a little bit better. But basically, if you start using these sounds together, you can start making a lot more melodic interest, or playing with a lot more melodic interest in your own soloing. Okay, so let's just do something together now as kind of as a classroom playing situation. Okay, I'm just going to keep it simple for you. Let's just do this at the beginning. And then D minor. Back to A minor. We'll do that basically through the routine 4 times until we get to the 4th ending where we have to play the G chord. And at that point, I want you to utilize the G major triad, but play it down here. Okay? So you'll be coming from the D minor chord. And then you would go into the progression at C, at letter B, and then you can improvise your scale ideas there. Okay, so we're just going to focus on the minor triads at the beginning. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Major. Minor. Major. Okay, so that's a little practice routine that you could employ on this progression right here that might be nice to just sort of make it musical, but keep it kind of in a routine that forces you to play every note at every time. Okay, so I hope you've been doing that. And another option you could employ is to just reverse it and play. Listen, Frank, I'm doing a video here. Could you, you can go do your own video, but I'm doing something here. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Okay, so just for an example, you could start off with a minor and use the scale on the minor, right? You could use all the A minor scale or C major scale if you want to call it that, and then on the major chords you could play the major triads just to back it up and try it a different way. So why don't we review that? We could play C major right here, and then F major would be, or you could play the C major on the other position would be right here. And then F major could be up here. So either way, you could utilize the 3 shapes that we have to create the progression over the B part, and then play the scale on the A part. So let's try that and see how that would sound. So now I'm going to improvise on the A minor, and then use the triads on the B section. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there you have it. I just practiced using my major triads on the B part of the progression and then just mostly improvised in A minor on the A part of the progression. Okay, so it's just another way to go back and take a look at the previous lessons and review what you've covered, but then practice some of the new stuff that you're learning and put it into the previous progressions. So you can have a lot of fun doing that as well. All right, so keep making it fun, practice hard, and I'll see you in the next lesson. All right.